Okay, here we go. Like I mentioned, I ran this based off 5 builders giving the best incentives for buyers today. So if we take the next slide here, uh, you look at the first section here, it says Dallas remains a hot market for new construction with 269 plus communities offering incentives. And that is true. There's a ton of builders out there. I just ranked this off of the top 5 with the best incentives as of right now. Um, Again, the price ranges. The price ranges are anywhere from 249,000 all the way up to 1.6 million. And this scans across all the metroplex there. And the next section where it says time is critical, and that is correct. It says best incentives available at the beginning and the end of the community development. When what that means basically is when a builder gets into a community and they just start building, is they want to get that momentum, get that traffic. They will offer the best incentives there. As you get into the middle phases of the builders, they tend to kind of come back as far as their incentives that they're offering because they've already got the momentum that they're looking for. When you get down to the end where they're about to close out a community, it's when you'll see the incentives ramp back up again so they can get that phase closed out and move on to a new community. But those are going to be your best times to get the best incentives from the builders at the beginning and the ending phases of their community. As far as the top areas that this ranked off of, you're looking at Frisco, McKinney, Little Elm, Salina. Actually, I was just out in Sherman, Texas, and went over a couple of builders there, or actually one builder who had some really good incentives for new buyers. Now, let's talk about this real quick as far as the numbers, the top section here, the interest rate buy downs. It says builders pay to reduce your interest rate for 1 to 3 years, lowering your monthly payments. What you can do is some builders will offer you what's called a rate buy down. They'll give you so much money that you can use to buy down your interest rate. Because if you look at interest rates in the open market, you're looking at what, 6.5, 6.8% for a mortgage rate, whereas a builder is able to buy a bulk of rates from a provider to where they can offer you a 3.99% interest rate, a 4.99 interest rate. That way you're getting in with a much lower rate than if you were to go buy a resale house on the open market. As far as closing cost credits, what that means is basically a builder is, say for example, you go to a builder, and they say, well, we've got $10,000 or $20,000 you can use however you want. You can either use it to buy down your interest rate, or you can also use it to help with your closing costs. Either one is a great incentive for you to buy that home because you're not coming to the table with a lot of money out of your pocket. You're having a builder take care of that. As far as the design center credits, you can use those in most cases. You can use the builder incentive money to do some upgrades on your house. If you saw something you wanted crown molding or a better backsplash, you can use that money to upgrade your kitchen or whatever the case may be, whatever the builder allows. As far as price reductions, you can also possibly get your house at a lower rate or lower price based on the incentives that they're offering at the time. Next one. This is the builder I went to go look at in Sherman, Texas. They actually have, I believe, 3 different locations in Sherman. And if you're looking in the Sherman area, Sherman is a growing area out there. They've got that massive Texas Instrument community or structure that they're building out there. It's going to house a number of employees out there. So if you're looking to relocate, or you're looking to buy a new house and you're looking at the Sherman, Texas area, that's a great location. And Sherman, like I said, has 3 different locations out there that you can take a look at. In Highland Homes, it's a great looking house. Actually, I have a couple of videos in my YouTube channel that you can check out and take a look at what Sherman is offering in regards to the Highland Homes. Next one is Dries Homes. Dries Homes is another really good builder. They've got future communities here, the Harvest community, which is in Argyle. They've got Quail Hollow, Pecan Square. So, you know, they've got different locations that you can look at there. Again, that is in the Argyle community. And as far as their current incentives, rate buy downs available on select homes. significantly lower payments for your first and second years. Uh, Says builder pays closing costs with a preferred lender, save thousands of out-of-pocket expenses. And what they mean by save with a preferred lender, basically they're wanting you to use their lender, and most builders will want you to use their lender to get the best possible rate for that house. I mean, you can use any lender you want, but in most cases, whatever lender you decide to go with that's not a preferred to the builder, they're probably not going to be able to match what the builder is offering. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at shopping for a house, that you use the best possible lender that you can get. In most cases, it's going to be the builder's lender. On the next one, LGI Homes. LGI Homes is it's not a upper scale home by any stretch of the imagination. They're good homes, uh, but if you're looking for more luxury, LGI may not be what you're looking for. But if you're a first time home buyer, this is a great product for a first time home buyer. You can just take a look here as far as Blue Sky Estates in Ponder, Texas, Heartland, Texas, and you're looking at what in Ponder, 272,000 or 358,000. They got 10 floor plans available. In the Heartland community, you've got 249,900. Is as far as your starting point there. And they do have a community out there in Terrell, which the price will start at 284,900. So they've got plenty of options for you. And again, it's a great house for a first-time home buyer. So it says no closing costs on select homes. Say thousands on your out-of-pocket expenses. So basically, you're not going to be paying closing costs. They're going to pay that closing cost for you, which is huge. So if you're looking at 1 or 2% as far as going towards your closing costs, that's a lot there. They got moving ready homes available. Again, special financing options available with approved credit through preferred lender. Again, it's going to be their preferred lender. Next, Bloomfield Homes. Bloomfield Homes is another really good builder. If you look in here, they got a Glen Heights community, Sunnyvale community here. And as far as Glen Heights, if you're looking at starting price there, it says 374,990 up to 645,990. In the Sunnyvale, Texas area, 558,990 to 695,990. They also have a McKinney location starting at 424,990. Their current incentives they're offering right now is this interest rate buy downs available, lower your monthly payment for the first year. Uh, Paid closing costs with preferred lender. Again, they're going to pay your closing costs, which is huge on a move-in house. They do have quick move-in homes available. It says ready in 30 to 60 days with select communities. So you just want to make sure you're picking the right community that's going to fit your move-in needs. Next, Manemy Homes. Manemy Homes, honestly, I am not familiar with Manemy Homes. That's something I'd have to do some research on this builder. I have never put a client in this house or in this builder, but they did make the 5 list. So they do have a community in Little Elm, and you also have a community there in Salina and McKinney. If you're in the Little Elm area or thinking about moving to Little Elm, they've got their starting price point at 501,142. In the Salina area, they've got starting at 400s. They got a second, or the McKinney location starting at 615,990. Again, their current incentives they offer is a rate buy down available on select homes. Again, you're saving thousands of money when you're looking at moving into a house. Closing costs assistance with the preferred lender. Now, this one here says closing cost assistance. So they're not going to pay your entire closing cost. They're just going to pay a percentage of your closing costs. And since I don't list a dollar figure, that is something that's probably going to change on a continual rotating basis. Some days they may offer better incentives, some days they may not. You're just going to have to catch them at the right time for them. Next, as far as basically the home buying process, obviously, like I mentioned in the very beginning, the builders are wanting you to act right now. They don't want you to wait. They don't want you to take your time and think about it because they may change their incentives the time you visit with them to the next time you go see them. Their incentives may have changed. So if you find a house that you really like, that you really fall in love with, and the builder's terms look really good, you want to go ahead and pull the trigger and secure those incentives that they're offering. like the number one says, get pre-approved. Some builders like for you to have a pre-approval from an outside lender just so they can make sure that you are qualified to buy their home, but some of them don't. They don't require that, but some of them do. So basically, at that point, you would just obviously let the builder know, the sales rep know that, look, I'm interested in this house. What's my next step so I can purchase the home that I just looked at? Basically, you would contact their lender. They'd go through the process of underwriting the file, make sure that you do qualify for the mortgage. Once you do, then basically you're choosing your community and the builder. But if you're already in the community, you've pretty much already chosen that. Uh, Select your home and your options. That'll be something you're obviously going to do with the sales rep when you're sitting there and deciding which house that you're deciding to go with. Next, sign the contract, make your deposit. Each builder does have a separate deposit amount. Some builders, they have a deposit of $1,500. Some of them have a percentage that you have to put down. It just depends on the price point. It just depends on the builder as far as how much out of pocket money you've got to put down on the house. It's just so they either start construction on the property or finish an existing house or get you ready to move into your new house. Next step, construction and closing. Basically, for the new build construction process, through the regular updates, basically you're going to do what's called a final walkthrough. And basically what that looks like is once you've selected the home you want, everything you've been pre-approved by the lender, then maybe a day or two, a few days before you close, you will meet with the builder. You'll do a final walkthrough, and you'll go through and make sure that there's no defects or anything that you can't live with when you walk through the house. Again, these houses aren't perfect. We're humans. People make mistakes. So you're going to walk through and you're going to make sure that you walk every inch of that house and make sure you take a look to see if there's any chips, any paint that needs to be fixed. Maybe they poked a hole in the wall somewhere they missed. Whatever the case may be, you're going to want to walk the house with a builder and they'll tape off what needs to be fixed before you close on the house. Excuse me. Next is, again, the builders that I did the builders that I mentioned that were going to be the top five. Again, it's Highland Homes, Dries Homes, LGI Homes, Bloomfield Homes, and Mattamy Homes. Now, I ran this search a couple days ago. This may change. If I run this search again tomorrow, it may change. These five builders may not be the ones offering the best incentives. These are the ones that are offering the best incentives at the time I ran this. So basically the key to getting the best incentives on any builder is whenever you're ready to go look at a property, whenever you're ready to go land your new home, uh, contact your realtor. I would love to be the one that's out there showing you your new house. Give me a call. My number is right here at the bottom of the page here. You can see 972-765-69. Reach out to me. I can do another search in regards to what builders are offering the best incentives at the time that you're ready. And then at that point, we can go shop and find you your new home. Again, if you're looking for a new home in 2025, hopefully uh, this information was helpful. Reach out to me. There's my number again, 972-765-6961. You've got my email address right there in front of you. Again, Steve Lair, eXp Realty. I'm a Dallas real estate agent supporting the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We'd love to help you find your new home, whether it be your first home, your second home, or your last home. I hope this information is helpful. Y'all have a great day, everybody.